the great innovation of blockchain really under Bitcoin and Satoshi was that it was trustless. You could be sure that you were sending from A to B. It was just from one number to another. And you didn't have to trust a third party operator to be the go-between to make that happen. It allowed things to happen directly, bilaterally. Now, the problem with that is that authentication is a technical process, and you don't have any way of knowing like whether the person who's sending the money has a gun to their head and is being forced to do it. There's all these things that can happen at kind of a Mad Max level, but we don't live in a Mad Max world. We still live in a world where there's laws and things to be done if something is done by mistake, how to reverse it and whatnot. So you need a way to have a system that has those protections, those consumer protections built in. And, in the old days of when everybody lived in a tribe, if a mistake was made, people would just say, oh, like, I trust you, let's reverse it. But in the global world today, when mistakes are made and the money's sent to a wrong account or it's stolen, we don't always have a way of like going to that other country and forcing them to give it back. All these scams, these phishing scams where people are robbing money and taking it to other countries. But in our world, because everything's on one ledger and it's all basically within one bank or one consortium of banks, it's like we're operating at the tribal level, but at global scale. And so when there's bad actors, even though the tribe is very big, the penalties are right there. You're going to get booted and knocked back down to like zero. And so we have an ability to go back and build trust that normally used to manifest itself in small tribes, like in Africa, where everybody knew each other, but we're able to do trust at a global scale. And so while blockchain and Satoshi and Bitcoin was great for the trustless world, at the end of the day, there's still a lot of value in having money move between two trusted parties. And when you bring identity in and you're sending money to the same person you've just been chatting with or you've been chatting with for years, you don't have to worry about fat fingering an account number and having it go off into a black hole, because you're going to move money between the same sender and receiver and identifier that you do for messaging. And so you build the financial rails on the back of something we all know how to do, which is message from one another. So when you're messaging someone who's in your contact list, you don't have to worry whether you put the wrong number in, copying it from like the bottom of the check. You just send it to the same person you sent that last video, that last text, that last song to, and money will follow the same rails. And that's a system we already all use because we all know how to do text messaging. We all know how to use our phones to phone one another. We're just going to make money follow the same rails that we use for communication. The internet figured it out for communication 20 years ago. We're just catching up now with money.